There's this kid, this 10-year-old kid, and he was at like a PTA meeting or some kind of school thing, and they had him give a speech. He was able to come and talk about masks and why he doesn't think that they should be wearing masks. And what he said in his speech, in his like 2.5-minute speech, he summed this up better than pretty much any adult, any politician, any doctor, Dr. Fauci, that woman from the CDC who's really annoying, Joe Biden, anyone who's spoken about mask wearing and why, you know, the arguments that he made were, I have to tell you, I mean, they were pretty impressive. Here's how he started.
I just turned 10 years old and I am a 4th grader at Felix A. Williams. I expected school to be a little bit different in the beginning, but I didn't think it would stay this way all year long.
Yeah, you and me both, brother. You and me, but we didn't think it would be a year-long mask-wearing maskapalooza, not just for kids in school, but for people all over the place. And then the other thing he hit on is something that we've been talking about on this show and a lot of people have been talking about in their daily lives for about a year.
And I was surprised by the rules. A lot of them didn't make any sense to me, like the fact that we were not allowed to play on the playground or have student council.
Yeah, why is it that you can't play on the playground because of COVID-19? Why is it that you couldn't have student council? I mean, you're in class, you're wearing a mask. Can't you have student council and just wear a mask too? There are a bunch of other things. He said we couldn't talk to each other at lunch. We couldn't sit face-to-face at lunch. There were some really weird things going on, and it was stressful, not just for me, but he also said for his teachers.
I love my school and all, but my teachers seem really stressed, and that makes me feel bad. One teacher walks around with a clipboard full of referrals for any student whose mask isn't on properly. It makes me feel scared. It
makes him feel scared of his teachers. His teachers are stressed. And there's a woman whose job it is to just walk around with a clipboard, handing out referrals, which I imagine are like detentions or demerits or classroom notices or whatever. There's different names for it. Basically, you get in trouble if you don't have your mask on.
And it seems unfair teachers take their masks off while they yell at us kids and that we need to pull ours up. I asked my mom if there's a word for this, and she said there is. Hypocrisy.
So this kid, he summed it up really well. He said, look, I've got allergy, and a lot of my friends have asthma, and we have trouble breathing, but we've got to wear these masks, and we're not really sure why, and nobody can really give us. Even the kids, these 10-year-old kids realize how contradictory the rules are when it comes to mask wearing in school. But then he summed it up with something that I think a lot of kids would agree with.
I miss the way things used to be. I'm scared they'll never go back to normal. Breathing freely doesn't seem like something we should have to ask any other people for permission for.
Breathing doesn't seem like something we should have to ask any other people for permission for. That was a 10-year-old kid. Like I said, he went viral. And that speech, I think, if everybody, you know what? We should fire Dr. Fauci and we should make that kid head of whatever Dr. Fauci's the head of. That's who I want in charge of COVID in America.